All right, class, today we're going to talk about three-digit subtracting with regrouping. We've been talking about this for a while, but now we'll be looking at problems where you have to regroup in more than one of your columns. You might have to regroup in your tens and your hundreds column together. Before we jump into subtraction, there's something I really want you to remember. It's really important when you're regrouping. 100 is the same thing as 10 groups of 10. It's equal to it. 10 is also equal to or the same thing as 10 ones, and that's all we're doing when we are regrouping. We're taking a bigger group and breaking it into smaller groups, or we're taking a group and breaking it into singles. This is really exciting because we're going to be regrouping in two of the columns, probably the ones in the tens column, maybe a little bit in the hundreds column. You're going to have to regroup twice in one problem. So when you start subtracting, this is really important. Look at each column to see if you're going to need to regroup. Okay, our first problem is right here. Before we get started, let's look at our steps. Remember, step 1 is to subtract the ones and regroup if needed. Step 2, subtract the tens and regroup if needed. And step 3, subtract the hundreds. Let's get started. I'm going to draw my lines in between my columns just to help me stay in the right spot. I'm going to look at the ones column first. I have 8 take away 1. I definitely have enough to take away 1, so I can just go ahead and do that without regrouping. 8 take away 1 is 7. Now I'm going to move to my tens column. I don't have enough here to take away 4, so I'm going to go to the hundreds column. I'm going to take one of my hundreds. Now I only have 4 hundreds left. I'm going to add my 10 hundreds plus the 2 I already have, my 10 tens, plus the 2 tens I already have, that is 12. I can write a 1 in front of there because that makes it 12. So 4 take away 12 is 8. And now I can move to my hundreds column. 3 take away 4 is 1. We've just solved that problem. All right. This one, I want you to try with me. We're going to do it together. You are going to need your whiteboard, your marker, and your eraser. Stop the movie and get those out. Don't forget our steps. We're going to start with our ones column, regroup if needed, then do our tens column and regroup if needed, and then move to the hundreds column. I'm going to use my strategy of making my lines so I know which one is in which column. That helps me when I'm regrouping so I don't mess up. All right, let's start with our ones column first. Can I take 9 away from 6? I don't think so. So I need to go next door to my tens, and I need to borrow or take a 10 from here and break it into 10 small ones there. Let's do that together. So with your marker, I want you to cross out your 5, write your 4 over the top of it because now we have 4 tens left. We are going to go and add 10 ones plus the 6 ones we already have. That is 16 ones. I can write it like that, 16 ones. All right, now I have enough to subtract. So 9 take away 16 is 7. So I'm going to write 7 here in my ones column. Now let's look at our tens column. All right, everybody, we have 4 and 8. Do we have enough of our tens to take away 8? I don't think so. So with your marker, go over to your hundreds column, cross out the 3, and write a 2 because we're taking one of the hundreds and we're going to break it into 10 group of tens. So now I'm going to add 10 group of tens plus the 4 I already have, and that equals 14. So I can write like this, sneak a 1 in there, and that's 14 tens. All right, here we go. 8 take away 14. That leaves me 6 left. So I'm going to write 6 down here. Now I can move to my hundreds column. I have 2. I'm going to take away 1. I bet you already know the answer. Our difference is 167. Great, you did this with me. Here's our third problem. This one, I want you to try this one on your own on your whiteboard when I say go. I want you to show me your steps. I want everybody to make their lines in their columns so you don't get mixed up when you're regrouping. Show all your work. Ready, go. I'm going to stop the movie for just a minute while you're figuring it out. Okay, now I'm going to do it with you. You guys are going to help me this time. Let's look at our ones column. Do we need to regroup? The answer is yes, you did need to regroup. So you went next door to the tens column. You took one of the tens group away. You added 10 to the 4 you already had, which is 14. You can also write it with a 1 in front of the 4. Then you subtracted 14, subtract 6. That is 8. So I hope you wrote an 8 under your ones column. Then we go next door to the tens column. I have 6 up here now. That's not enough to take away 7. So I'm going to need to go to my hundreds column, take 1 away. Now I only have 2. Now I'm going to add my 10 bundles of 10 plus the 6 bundles of 10 I already had. That's 16. I can also write it like this with a 1 in front of the 6. Now I can subtract. 16, take away 7. Everybody knows what it is? It's 9. All right, last is the hundreds column. Make sure you're checking your work. Did you get the same thing I'm getting? All right, so I have 2 take away 1. Oh, we know what that is. It's 1. Your difference should be 198. I am so excited. Now you can subtract 3-digit numbers with regrouping. And not only one time regrouping, but 2. Nice job. Let's keep practicing.